Tell us how you're smelling and tell us about your work with Old Spice.
Hey, man, it's just a blessing to be able to work with these guys. The relationship started with me in 2019 at Rookie Premier, but if he was in my presence right now, I have a nice, long-lasting, you know what I'm saying, deodorant for you. You look good, you smell good, you play good, and you know for yourself, a woman love a guy that smell good as well.
All right. I'm married.
Yo, I love it, Deebo, but look.
My wife. Smell good, baby.
Look, Deebo, I got to cut to the chase. Because not only does smelling good help you play good, but also the vibes help you play good. So we got to talk about the Bumpboxx walkout, big dog.
Yes.
How it start? You know what I'm saying? Like, who initiated the Bumpboxx walkout?
DJ Cray right there, to the right of the screen. We started it, as I look back, we started it, the Saints in 2019 when we was playing Roddy Ricch when he came out with the song The Box. And we just did it more and just locked in this year on it. And you see it got the guys going. We was rocking out.
Man, that's dope right there. He wearing earplugs? Be real. I mean, what the hell? And
no. I don't know what he thinking.
And why did the song change? So you start off Roddy Ricch. Next thing you know, we playing Super Gremlin. Who controls the song play and all that?
Me and Trent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he threw Trent name in
picked
here.
The song.
Trent gonna be on your
Yeah, me and Trent.
He said me. He said me and Trent.
All right, hey, okay, Deebo, take me back, bro, because what people don't realize, practice field, walkthroughs, most cats get to chill, right? Like walkthrough days, they just be chilling. But you play about 50, 11 positions. And so you don't ever really get to chill on walkthrough days, bro. Talk me through what life is like having to play all those positions, even during the practice week, not just games.
I just knew what particular plays that I was going to get. So it really wasn't as hard as a lot of people think. It was only like 3 or 4 runs that we started with and finished with. It just looked different. It's the same thing. But that's what Kyle and them do a really, really good job of different formations, but the play is actually the same thing. If you watching this right here, I ran this probably 2 or 3 times a game.
That's big. That's big. You have a preference of which position you like to line up in? And we see your receiver, we see your running back. Any one of them you prefer?
Receiver, of course. But that running back is kind of easy, though.
Easy. I'm listening.
It's really easy.
I'm listening. What's the difference to you, running back and receiver? You describe them.
Getting the ball initially and beating a guy. Press man or off man, you just got to beat the guy. But if you're in the backfield, you hand it to me, I can see everything before it's actually happening.
Hey, big dog, you talked about playing all the different positions. Well, one dude who had you in all the different positions was former OC Mike McDaniel. Tell us something we don't know about the now Dolphins head coach, your former OC.
Oh, that kind of broke my heart when I seen it. But
Did you cry?
Funny story before I get into that.
Did you cry? Did you shed a tear?
Nah. But we had a talk. Me and him had a talk that made me shed a tear. But just to get into this, like before the season started, he was like, "You're gonna be in a position to make sure your family good. And if you're in that position, that means I'm gonna be in a better position." And we talked about that before the season started. And God working a lot of ways, and so happily it happens for the both of us. But back to the coaching point, like the guy's a genius. Him and Kyle works together as a whole, and just put everything together. You can see how our offense operate. And kudos to him for getting the job. I'm very excited for him.
Now, you guys had that conversation, tears shed, and also how the season ended. You guys know you put yourself in prime positions to cash in. He already has. You have 1 year left on your deal. But without talking numbers and without going through agent speak, what you looking for in this next deal, man? How many commas? Let's talk.
Man, all y'all been eating me up about this, man. Whew. We're gonna let them chips fall where they need to fall at, man.
And all this chips. Exactly. A lot of essence. Okay, let's get back to this. I got to give you this, Deebo. You talk about playing wide receiver and you talk about playing running back. You may not know this about me, man, but in college I played running back and defensive end. Look, you don't need to know anything about it. It wasn't that pretty. But I do know one thing from that experience is the physicality on the football field is different depending on where you line up. Talk about the physicality at the wide receiver position and juxtapose that to playing running back.
in the humblest way, I'm going to ask you to turn the tape on, because when I'm in the backfield and when I'm playing wide out, it's the same treatment.
What about
even if it's a DB or as a linebacker?
Okay. What about the way they treat you? Because my man Nick Scott is like, you know, he got a good lick on you in the NFC Championship game. Is it different in how they treat you where you line up?
He hit me when I wasn't looking.
You
ain't never seen. You ain't never. Listen. You ain't never seen a guy hit me like that when I can see him.
So you ain't never been caught
Ever.
slipping?
No. Well, he caught me slipping when I wasn't looking.
You ain't never been caught sight slipping. Like, I saw you and you.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
So it's the same to you. I understand that. But you're saying even in response to what they're trying to do, it still feels the same, huh? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Hey, would you say you're the most physical player on offense in the league? You or George Kittle? Who more physical on that team?
See, we get into this all the time.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie. I said I'm gonna give it to George because he be flatlining the ends. I ain't flatlining on the end now.
Right. Give me this. We need your opinion on this game right here, because you faced Jalen Ramsey 3 times this year. He going against Jamar Chase. Let's locker room talk. Who you think got the edge in that matchup? Ramsey, Chase.
That boy won a dog. That boy Chase is a monster. Ramsey a monster.
I'm like 5 nights too now.
Yeah, 5 for sure nice. The world know that, and the world know the player that won becoming as well. I'm ready to see this matchup, but it ain't gonna be no matchup if they can't block them.
There you go. All right. No, you ain't getting off the hook, Acho. Acho. All right, so who you got in the Super Bowl then, since you said they both monsters, they both dogs?
I'm rocking with the Rams on this one.
Because?
If you can't block them, you can't beat them.
Hey,
If the
you know
Titans
what
sack you 9 times, what you think Aaron Donald the boys gonna do?
Hey, you
And
know
not
what I
saying
wanna
the
know?
Titans is weak at all. No, not at all. But you got the monsters out there on the Rams defense.
Hey, how hard, bro, is it having to play a team 3 times? Because I know cats don't realize, like, it's hard to beat a team twice. But now when you got to play a team for the 3rd time, how difficult can it be?
How difficult can it be beating them 6 times?
What was 7 at then, since you want to go there?
Hey,
But on a serious note.
I got to deal with this every day.
But on a serious note, though, like that was they had a really good plan. Like that was the best that I've seen the Rams play anybody. For as the start to finish, how physical they was, the game plan that they had a great scheme for us, and we tend to struggle with it. But they made the best of every opportunity they had. They converted a lot on 3rd down. They had a pretty good game, and kudos to them. I mean, they got the job done.
They did. Okay, let's be real. Let's be real now. I went on Twitter defending Jimmy G because he a winner, and all he do is win. Statistically, the numbers may not be crazy, but the dude gets the job done. Then you went on Twitter defending your boy Jimmy G, saying that he's a winner. What you got to say on national television about Jimmy G, man?
All right, I'm gonna just keep it real. We can take it back to the Titans game when Jimmy G hurt his thumb. Remember, he already got a shoulder issue. The guy come back a week after hurting his thumb, almost got to have surgery. The man can barely grip the football, but come back and have the season that we needed him to have in order to put us in a position to win. Remind you, he can barely grip the ball. He got a shoulder injury. That's why I respect Jimmy 100%. Don't nobody know what the guy really go through. So you just think about that as a quarterback, not being able to use your thumb the way you need to use it, and you got a right shoulder injury, and still play the way you played. That's all I need to see.
That's facts. Okay, what do you respond to people to say Jimmy G is just goes along for the ride? Like, Jimmy G ain't really doing nothing on the Niners offense. It's Kittle, it's Deebo, it's Ayuk. Jimmy G's just going along for the ride. He's not actually helping the success. What you respond to that?
Okay, I'm going to take it back to the 2-minute drive against the Rams, the second time we played them. Or I can take it back to him putting us in a position to win against the Packers in a home game, but then they come back and score 3 points in 30 seconds. I mean, I could go on forever about people saying Jimmy this, Jimmy that. It's not all bad.
Okay, let's keep with this theme. What do you say to people that says, Jimmy G, it was amazing, it was great having you, but it's Trey Lance time? What do you say to those people? I'm listening.
Try and bob and weave this one, boy.
I mean, I ain't bobbing and weaving it. I mean, I feel like I was stated earlier, if we would have went to the Super Bowl and Jimmy would have won it, it would have been a different conversation.
Good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. I was saying
it would have been different. It would have been different pressure of all right, what are you going to do now? You feel what I'm saying? But now that we didn't make it, I mean, it's an easier situation with you drafting the guy at pick 3. And for me personally, I feel like Jimmy was a great mentor and a great leader to Trey. And once Trey get all the things that it takes to be a pro, I feel like, me personally, he can be a superstar in this league.
Take me one more layer about Trey Lance, because I call him one-play Trey, because it seemed like I only saw him play one play this year because of Jimmy G doing his thing. But what is Trey Lance in terms of a quarterback?
He's young, of course, but with time come greatness. As you can see from my rookie year to I am now, with time come greatness, with an off season, with a great off season, a real off season for you to focus on your mechanics, the things that you know you need to work on. It takes you a long way, and I give all the credit to Wes Welker for sitting me down and, you know what I'm saying, building a plan about how to be the player that he knew I could be. So I feel like Cal is doing that for Trey, and I feel like Trey will be ready come camp.
Hey, with time come greatness, and how come you got great so fast?
Take that much time.
Make that make sense. You see, that sound good. That sound good on the T-shirt.
Yeah.
No, not at all. But I could just take it back to after 2019, the offseason that I was having, and then fell up short and breaking my ankle. So I was on the path to being this guy last year, but got hurt. So I just used that as more fuel to build up and just get ready for this year. But now I got more fuel build up from you. What hurt the most is not too many people think about this, but we didn't make the playoffs in 2020. So from February until a week and a half ago, you're just thinking about, dang, all this work I put in for 10, 11 months and come up short. That's what I was really upset about. I really upset about the loss. It's about what we went through as a team, what you went through as a player in the offseason together, and fall up short from 3-5 to the NFC Championship. That's what really hurt the most.
Deebo, I got one more for you, because you keep it real. You keep it more real than anybody we've ever talked to on this show. All-pro season this year. I don't know, 1,600 total yards, something ridiculous. Would you rather have had that season, even though you came up short, or not had this season and been playing in the game on Sunday?
I'd rather be playing in this game on Sunday, because I don't think, like I stated when we got in the run, nobody wanted to see us in the playoffs, and it showed. Because a lot of people was talking about, all right, we got to prepare for how physical this team is. You can't prepare for what we're going to do to you in a week.
I respect that. You know what? That's the right answer.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, and we usually disagree on that, but he got one more year on his deal. Next year, you ask that same question. He talking about that money. He better ball out like he did this year. Thanks for joining us, Deebo. That was the right answer right
For
now.
sure.